So today, I want to talk about the idea of Christmas. I want to talk about what this day might be like if we go past the illusions that the masses have created around it. There's so many movies out there about Christmas. And I want to challenge those movies. I want to take this to a different level today. And I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm not saying that anything is wrong. I'm simply saying I want to get the most out of this Christmas. And I want to discover the greatest Christmas present ever. And so I reflect back to when my children, Steve and Matthew, were young boys. And Christmas would come and the family would be together. My brother and my sister-in-law, my wife, my mother and father and my sister would be there. And Stephen and Matthew being the only grandchildren, it was one toy after another. One gift after another. And they would rip that paper and go right to the next one. Then rip the next one, next one, next one, next one. And then they look around and say, is that all? Think about the symbolism of that in our own lives. How many times have we tried to fulfill our heart's desire with things? Has it ever really worked for any length of time? I think about my little granddaughter, Claire, and what Christmas is going to be like this year for her. And I know the same thing. It's going to be present to present to present. I've watched. I've seen how she gets one toy, then she's with it for a little while, then she goes to the next toy. It's like an insatiable urge, and you never, ever get enough. So Jean and I, last week, went to the Trans-Siberian Orchestra concert. It's our seventh out of 8 years. Last year, there wasn't one because of COVID, but we watched their live video stream on it. So we've gone 8 years in a row. And why do I go? Number one, it's the most incredible show. Lights, fire, lasers, music, staging, everything about it is just, and the choreograph, oh my God, the best. But there's one song that whenever I hear this song, bursts within me the emotion that I believe Christmas is. And that song is Old City Bar. Every time I hear that bar, I feel the emotion, and for whatever the reason, tears come to my eyes. And so I want to share with you a few of the lyrics that I believe create the greatest Christmas present ever. The first is, it's every gift that someone gives, expecting nothing back. Every gift that someone gives, expecting nothing back. What does that mean? It means every time you smile at someone, you do it without expecting a smile back. Every time you hold the door open for someone, you do it without expecting something back. I was getting a massage the other day. I go to this Massage Life. It's right by my house, and I have a membership there. And at one of these places, it's difficult to find the right massage therapist. And I've gone through a lot of massage therapists while being a member, but a new one came into my life 2 weeks ago. And she gave me one of the best massages I've ever had, deep, athletic massage. And there was an energetic connection. And so the other day, I went back and I had another massage, and it was every bit as good. And we talked. And she shared with me her dream about how she wanted to get this one thing. And this one thing, and I don't need to mention what it is, but she wanted this one thing. And I listened and I could see how she lit up. I could see how she said she had a plan in place. She was going to save the money to get it. And she didn't come from a lot of money. And so as the massage was over and I was getting dressed, I thought about that. And then I reached into my wallet and I pulled out a $100 bill. And when I thanked her for the massage, I gave her the $100 bill and I said, "You're well on your way to getting what you want." And she looked at me, her eyes teared up, and said, "Thank you." And I left. I did that because my heart told me to do it. I don't expecting anything in return. If I never see her again, it doesn't matter. My heart told me it was the right thing. I remember back when I worked in the corporate world. Back when I was a director, I had a department of 12 people. And I said to my staff, I said, "Would you like to adopt 12 kids at the Buckner Children's Home and give them gifts that they would not get at Christmas?" And every one of them said yes. So I got a list and I let people just pick their gift. And so we got the 12 gifts, we dropped them off. The next year, I had gotten a promotion and I had a department of 40 people. And I asked the department, "Would you like to participate in this program?" And they said yes. That year, we supplied 40 gifts. The next year, I put it out to the entire company, the office that I was in. We had to take 3 vans. We had over 350 gifts. We never saw the children. We never saw their reaction. But here's the thing. In our heart, we gave a gift out of unconditional love. Doesn't have to be a lot of money. It can be just as simple as a smile. The song goes on, it says, "It's every kindness that we do, each simple little act." Think about that. The simple act of being kind. The smallest little act. It does not have to be grandiose. If you give without expectation and you give with kindness in every little act, what type of person do you become? In my mind, you become Santa Claus. Because Santa Claus really doesn't judge. That's nonsense. Santa Claus gives to fill the heart, to bring hope, to bring joy, to bring connection to everyone on the planet. And no matter where you are in the world right now watching, you can be a little kinder to everyone you meet. You can do simple acts of kindness that will shift the consciousness of the people that you interact with. Here's the key thing. I believe the greatest gift you could ever give is to be authentically you. That requires work. It's not an easy gift to give because you've got to figure out, who am I? What really is the authentic me? I work at this all the time. Who is Lee Wolak? What is authentic for Lee Wolak? What has Lee Wolak been programmed to believe about himself? And what has Lee Wolak chosen to be? Consciously chosen based on what his heart desires. What I try to do, I do my best. I'm not purely 100% good at it. I doubt that we ever will be 100% good at it. I think there's always a gap because that gap causes us to desire to be more. But when we are authentic, we're saying to the universe, we're saying to other people, I accept myself. Not only do I accept myself, I like myself as I am. And when you give that authenticity to someone, you allow them to see the real you, and they can appreciate you as you truly are. Not for something, an image, a persona that you put on to please them, to please others, to say that I'm better than this, I'm this. No, it's not about that. It's about being your authentic self. Here's the key thing. There's no other gift in the world that is like you. Because every human being on the planet is unique. And wouldn't that be great if we could just accept each other? You see, for me, Christmas is a feeling that without an open heart, we can never know. Christmas is not something you get. It's not something you receive. It's a feeling. For me, the feeling is connection. It's connection to something greater than I am. It's actually, for me, it's a sense of oneness, where I feel no separation with life, where I feel no separation with a person. One of the things that's one of the greatest joys of my life, and it's Christmas every day in this respect, I love every morning sitting and breathing consciously, doing deep breathing exercises, followed by meditation with my wife. Because in that 45 minutes, 46 minutes to be exact, that we do that, there's oneness. With no expectation of each other. We're breathing together. We're sitting in stillness together. We're experiencing oneness. How does she experience it? I don't know. How does anyone else experience it? I don't know. I just know what my experience is. And I invite you to understand that. No one will ever know what you're experiencing. Only you will. So Christmas, this idea of establishing a Christmas tradition or achieving a Christmas feeling, will be unique to you. But in order to do so, you have to open your heart. You see, here's the illusion that Christmas is a day. No, it's not. Christmas is not a day. It's a way of life. It's a way of life about being authentic, about constantly discovering who you are and giving the world the opportunity to love you as you are. It's about giving and not expecting anything in return. It's about being kinder. It's about opening your heart and experiencing all that life brings. Every single little thing. Fully experiencing it and then letting it go. Fully experiencing it and letting it go. This, my friends, I believe, is the greatest Christmas present ever. You can test this for yourself. Become a scientist. Take what I've just shared with you, giving without expectation, being kinder, being authentic, and accepting everyone else as they are. Every moment of every day, and I believe you will achieve a state of being that very few on the planet have ever done. The power is in you. It's always been there. Now it's time to claim it. Merry Christmas.